Hey y'all, welcome back to For the Moms podcast. Today on episode 8, we're going to be talking about all things navigating and maintaining adult friendship. This podcast is brought to you by QNA Network.
I'm Kelsey.
I'm Jasmine.
I'm Valerie.
And I'm Ariel.
And we are For the Moms.
Starting off, why do you think friendships feel harder to maintain as adults? For me, and I feel like this is probably for the majority of us, mom life, wife life, work life. So it's harder. It's harder to get together. It's harder to, have longer conversations, just because we have so much going on.
Yeah. I think everybody has different schedules, right?
Yeah.
So you're always trying to bounce around those schedules and just navigating that. And then I think distance too, like people that we've been friends with previously and they move away or something, like it's harder to maintain those friendships.
Yeah.
I think you definitely have to put more into adult friendships than like I did when I was a teenager and stuff, just because there is more going on in your everyday life. You know? So it is harder.
Thank God for social media, though.
Oh,
like
for
Facebook
sure.
and things like that, checking on people that move away or whatever.
You can see their pictures and all that. Yeah. I agree. Yeah.
And then, like people like from high school, for instance, that we might not talk every day. There's a handful of people that, I talk to maybe a couple times a month or once a month, but I still like to keep up with their family,
Same.
like on social media.
Check in on them. Yeah. I saw this was happening. How are you doing? Yeah.
Right. And
which is nice.
Yeah. And, like, although we're not close, but like if I see something going on in their life and if I need to reach out, like I know, because, we're keeping up with them on social media.
Yeah. That is nice.
So I think that's a plus about social media.
Yeah.
Have you ever outgrown a friendship and how did you handle it? You want to go first?
I wouldn't say I technically outgrew it yet. It's just kind of, it's like a wedge in between it, I would say. The reason I'm not going to say out loud, but I don't know, it's still something I'm kind of dealing with and trying to, just because we were very close since like small kids. And I don't know, like I said, I'm still trying to navigate that whole thing right now. It's really hard to explain, but I think about it every day. I think about her daily. I don't know. It's just
hard.
Yeah.
Friendships can be
really,
hard.
Friendships
really
can be
is.
hard, especially when you're close with somebody and then something happens that wedges. I think that's really hard to navigate.
Yeah.
It just puts
Definitely.
strain.
I have outgrown friendships, and I think, for the most part, a lot of people have at some point in their life.
We all grow and change.
Yeah, everybody grows and changes. And that doesn't necessarily have to be anything bad,
Yeah.
But, everyone's different, and it's okay, as long as you don't leave on bad terms or,
I mean, even if it is bad terms, it's okay. Like, it's okay to not have certain people in your life
when I say leave
anymore.
on bad terms, like, as long as you, like, find peace in it.
Oh, yeah.
Like, even if it is bad terms and, y'all reach out, you discuss it.
Yeah.
And
That's always
it's, like,
easier
you find
once you
peace.
reach out.
Yeah, that's what I mean by
Find
that.
peace.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
You get some
not
closure.
yes,
Closure.
like getting closure, not having to
Wonder.
think about that or wonder about it the rest
Should I have
of your
done
life.
that differently? Yeah.
Definitely come to some type of closure or peace or, whatever it may be. I think that's
I
important.
agree with that.
Especially when it's coming from the other side and you don't know, like, you want to know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Difficult conversations.
Yeah, difficult conversations for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you look for in a friend now versus whenever you were younger?
Quality over quantity.
Same.
I feel like as a kid, you like, I have so many friends and things like that. And as you get older, you realize that the quality of your friendship is more important than how many friends you have.
Absolutely.
I feel like that's probably the biggest thing that I've learned.
I think when I was younger, I seeked friendships that were maybe a good time.
Yeah.
Like, they're a fun person. We always have fun together. But it was very, very superficial, right? Like, whereas, like, I feel like the friendships I have with y'all now, and as I've grown into an adult, I feel like y'all have my back. Y'all are supportive. Y'all are uplifting. Like, y'all are going to check on me when I'm having a bad day and things like, and those are really good qualities that I look for in friendship. Honesty, loyalty, and somebody that you can really lean on,
We have a good friend.
Yeah.
We do.
We do.
We have a
because we all do those things that
we have a true genuine group.
Yeah.
Okay, so how do you make time for friendships when you're busy with marriage, kids, work? We just find time. We might not get together every month to do something. Obviously, now that we're doing the podcast, we get together for this, but it's still not like hanging out.
Birthday parties.
Yeah, birthday parties.
Double dates.
Date
vacations.
date night, or if we cook at the house and invite people over. We definitely make time, and I feel like in friendships, if you want to make time, you will find time for that.
Yes.
You find time for what you want to do.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's very important because, some people can say that they are your friend, but then they never show up.
Right.
And I feel like that speaks volumes. Now, don't get me wrong. People have busy schedules. People have a life, and that's completely understandable. But, when it goes like on and on.
Yeah. I'll say making the plans and sticking with them because I know it's hard and it's so easy to just cancel. But I feel like if you truly care about the friendship, you're going to follow through with it. Like, Jazz, I'm going to boast on you all day about this. You were going through a hard time with your aunt last year, and y'all were still living in Texas. Y'all had come down and y'all were staying with Josh's mom and them, and we had like a little crawfish bowl at our house. Y'all, Jasmine was dead tired. I told her a million times that you should have canceled coming over, but y'all, she showed up. She still came dead tired, hung out.
I remember for Valerie's Halloween party.
I was just about to say that.
Yeah, same thing. But you showed up, and that means everything.
I was about dead. But I was like, I'm gonna go.
Yeah. But that's huge, especially in adult friendships, because that really proves that I can really count on this person. Yeah. And if I can count on them for this, I can definitely count on them in the hard times. Right. So that's a good quality. Yeah.
That's definitely means a lot.
Pat yourself on the back.
it definitely means a lot, whenever people show up. How do you handle a friend who starts feeling more draining than uplifting? Or how would you handle that if you've never been through it?
Somebody else go first.
I would just say, maybe take time for a conversation, see how they handle it. If it doesn't go so well, maybe distance yourself from them some.
That's what I was going to say. Slowly start to pull away. Yeah. It doesn't have to be like
it's not like you have to end your friendship over that. They might be going through something that you don't know about. It's good to have a conversation. I feel like communication is good in friendships as well as relationships. So just try to figure out what's going on. And, if it's like jealousy or, if you're outgrowing them, and, they don't want to be supportive, just try your best to still be understandable, but maybe pull yourself away.
Yeah.
Definitely pull yourself away.
And don't feel bad for it.
Yeah, if they're not easy to talk to, then it's
that victim
hard.
Mentality where it's like
they turn it around on you.
Yeah,
they turn it around on you.
That's draining, and it's not your fault.
It's almost like, oh, you don't even want to address it because you already know how it's going to go. So eventually, you just kind of have to cut ties, and it's hard, but you just have to.
Luckily, I haven't had to deal with that in adult friendships. So I will say adult, like even in high school, senior year, it's you deal with that a lot. But I've been lucky enough to not have to deal with a draining friendship. Have a very handful of friends that I have stuck with from even middle school. Besides them, there was 3 other people that I have stuck with, and we talk all the time. We go to each other's kids' parties, whatever. But it's
those are good friendships.
Yeah,
I don't think any friendship, maybe temporarily can be draining if they're going through a hard time in their life and you're trying to support them through it. But if it's a constant drain on you and your character, just distance yourself. That's not worth it. Yeah. Maintain your peace.
Yeah, definitely. Yep. Can a friendship come back after it's fallen off, or is it better to let it go?
Let it go.
Yeah.
I agree.
Especially if you lose trust. Because if you lose trust, or they lied to you or did something to you that you had never expected them to do, it's hard to come back from that. You can come back as far as being cordial or being there for each other for the kids and things like that. But as far as breaking a trust, and that goes for
everything,
relationships with family, friends, and spouses. If you break that trust, you really, and I hold grudges. Yeah.
See, I don't.
I do. I
don't either. I'm very easy forgiving.
My mama ruined that. So I hold grudges.
But now, if you do it multiple times, I'm done with you. Yeah. But I'll give you a few chances.
I would definitely give someone a second chance.
I give chances, but Mark's going to hear about it. Mark's going to hear those grudges.
Mark's going to hear that.
Right? Josh is just looking at me. He's like, okay.
I don't want to hear it. He's like,
Same with my Josh. He's like, I don't want to hear it. Do what you want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're guilty of giving a lot of
You
chances.
give a
Lots of
million and one
chances.
chances.
Yeah, I do. I feel, I don't know, it kind of goes both ways for me. Because like there's been times that, I've done some wrong and I would have liked another chance,
Yeah, I get that.
So I see both sides of it, but sometimes it is best to let it go.
It just depends.
It depends on
what
the
the situation
situation.
is.
Yeah.
Depends on what happened.
Yeah.
You sleep with my husband, you're done. You're done.
I hope so.
Yeah. I hope so. Yeah. Yes, I definitely hope
But
so.
that's an extreme.
Yeah. Worst case scenario.
Yeah.
Okay. What's something your friends have taught you about yourself?
That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all taught me what true friendship really is.
Yeah. Uplifting
Yep.
and
Yeah,
being there
I
for
would
each
say
other.
that, yeah.
Supporting whenever you're we do the same thing, right? Especially
Yeah.
like me and Val.
But it's not a
like
competition.
it's never been a competition about
is great.
like with us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If anything, I feel like we're always like rooting for each other, which I
Yes.
love that. And like helping each other do better and do
Yeah.
more. You're like, oh, well, you should be doing this. This will help
Yes.
you.
I've
Rather
never
than
I've
tearing
never
somebody down.
had that before. I've always
Same.
had
It's always been a competition with
yes.
girls.
Or if you do good, what can I do to do better than
better.
you?
Yeah.
Not a congratulations or
Right.
Yeah.
anything like that. It's what can I do to outdo you?
Which
And that's draining.
That's draining.
That
and
is
that can
so
be toxic.
draining.
Yeah. Because it's a constant like
Yes.
yeah.
So
that's-
just the fact that we congratulate each other on
I think we're
our
genuinely happy
wins
for each
and
other.
Yeah.
things like that is so
I feel
nice.
like if you have a friend and you're not genuinely happy for them, like, and y'all might be in two different phases of life. Like, s- if one friend is, say you just bought a house, but your other friend is just now starting to rent, like, you should still be happy. And I'm just using that like for an
Yeah,
example.
yeah.
You should still be happy for your friend. Like, if you genuinely cannot be happy for your friend, then you shouldn't
You
consider
shouldn't
them
be
a
friends.
friend.
Wait,
with
because
them.
you're gonna have your turn one day. You might not have
Yes.
your turn at the same time that your friend has their turn,
Right.
but you're gonna have your turn. If you clap for
Yes.
others, then they will
They'll
clap
clap
for
for
you
you.
when it's your turn.
Yeah.
And everybody goes through different phases of life,
Yes.
like just because somebody might have one thing and you can't have it yet, like
Yeah.
you should
That should just
still-
push you,
But it should
push
I was
yourself
gonna
to do
say
that.
Like
Yeah.
I like to surround myself with people that are striving to do more and
Yes,
be more.
like, I wanna
and that
s-
helps me
Yeah.
be more and do more.
Yes,
You know,
like,
because I'm
I
like,
wanna
oh,
sit in
she's
the
doing
room-
that. I want to be there with her doing that. You
Yeah.
know.
I want to sit in the room with somebody that's doing better than me so
Yeah.
I can learn from them
Yeah,
and
exactly.
push myself to be more like
Exactly.
them.
Jealousy does not belong in a friendship at all.
It does not
No.
at all whatsoever.
Yeah. And that could be a personality thing because, like,
Yeah.
I feel like I've had friendships like that before where, like, oh, like, I've been jealous or they've been jealous. So, but I haven't had that with y'all. So
Yeah.
it might just be a
It's
personality
natural to
thing,
be
too.
jealous. Like
Yeah.
it's just how you handle the jealousy. I mean, you can be jealous of somebody or or wish that you had that, but there's no reason to. It's hard to explain.
But
that.
maybe
Yeah.
it's
Like,
because y'all are, like, cheering on, too. Like, and you're
Yes.
not the type of people that, like, oh, I'm better than you.
Yeah.
That's probably a key to it.
Or, oh,
Yeah.
let me
Like-
take this away from her.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or holding something over somebody's head.
Yeah.
yes.
Like if I do a kind act for you and then I'm gonna like remind
Yeah.
you 2 months down the road, well, I
Mhm.
did that for you.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that's not friendship.
Right.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, how do you maintain long distance or low maintenance friendships that still matter? For me,
You've probably had several long distance
Yeah.
With the
friendship with the
traveling.
I even
traveling.
feel like, like just with us, whenever I feel like when we started hanging out, we were in South Carolina. Like I still tried my best to make forth an effort to, if they were having an event, to come in, to be there for my friends. And, that goes for other friends as well. Like even if we're out of town, sure, we might not be able to make every single little thing, but I've always tried my best to show up somehow. Like I remember for Christmas, we wasn't able to come in for 1 year, but I still shipped my friends a little gift just because that's me,
Yeah.
Yep.
I want to try my best to still maintain that friendship and keep in touch. So like my little trailer park crew, my friends that I met in the campground, we don't see each other often, but we still make it a point to talk at least, every month or every other month. One of them I just had an hour conversation with last night while I was in the tub. It's good to try to keep that going if you want that friendship to stay, even if it's, a long distance relationship, friendship, and y'all don't see each other. Make it a point to talk.
You can find us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts.
If you are a Patreon member, VIP, you can watch our full video.
And don't forget to check out our merch at fourthemoms.com.